Mighty Mouse back in the Hillbilly Garage. He's all tore apart, as you can see, because we're done fooling around with these little cheap eBay knockoff turbos. It's time we up our turbo game. I got the actual IHI RBH 31 turbo that those cheapies are a knockoff of. It's time we get little turbo Mighty Mouse here burning right. So a little comparison for you guys. These are pretty similar. One thing I noticed right off the bat is our impellers are bigger on the actual turbocharger than these little cheap knockoffs. Look at the difference in size. It's probably going to be hard for me to get both to focus at one time, but the actual RBH is a lot bigger than the VZ. Same thing with our exhaust. There's that one compared to this one. Oh, let me see here. Much bigger. I get you some. Much bigger. And the quality itself of these is just a whole lot better. So I've got a little bit of work I have to redo to my exhaust to plumb in this new turbo because it's a little bit different exhaust housings and stuff. Just enough that it's not going to bolt right on to what I have mocked up for these VZ turbos. So I had Greg from Iron Man machine me up some custom pieces to weld into my exhaust. That will work. That will work for the new turbo, as you can see. I did make sure he saved these files, so if we get a kit put together, you guys want to buy some, he can knock these out really quick. So we'll chop these old ones off. I'll chop this guy off of our header, and we'll get these new ones mocked back up and welded back up. Oh, once again, the turbo has found its home in the P5. This new flange that Greg made me fits perfectly. My welds are starting to look much better, and you'll have to forgive the splatter here, but I'm still using a flux core just because it's what I have, and it's easier than messing with gas and stuff. But my welds are getting better the more I weld. But she is in there once again. Now I am raised up a little bit higher. I'm hoping that'll help here come time to hook my oil drain line back in. But I do have a little bit of play here that I can mess with it. I have put my header in here and checked, and I'm a little more forward with the turbo as well, so I'm gonna have to cut the header and slide it back a little bit, which I'm gonna work on now. But that'll have most everything for this turbo mocked back up and ready to go. Well, I'm actually going to be luckier than I thought because I don't have to cut or adjust my header. I got enough play and stuff here that I will be able to just move this right around where I need it, tack her on. I don't have to cut or reshape my header piece at all. Bonus! Let's get the welding. Oh boy, all right. Let's see if I can get this good enough. Not what I wanted to do. I have to remove my ground. Oh, that's what we want. Oh yeah. Move her to the bench, load her up. Well, there it is. The IHI turbo all nestled in there good and snug. Yeah, I reused the other gaskets that I had. That's not quite the right for these flanges, but I made it work. I'll trim that off later. But it's working. It's sealed good. So all I have left now to do is put the panels back on the seat, and we'll take her for another test drive. Hopefully the last test drive for a while, so I can actually drive this guy and get some good miles on it.
You guys will have to excuse the wind noise here. I did not want to block the little microphone on my GoPro because I wanted to make sure to pick up that sweet, sweet blow-off valve sound. And I was afraid blocking the microphone to block the wind noise might have cut that out and you wouldn't have heard it as well. So just put up with the wind noise. I think it's definitely worth a little wind noise to be able to hear that sweet blow-off valve go every time I let off the gas. Figured we'd try a little hill climbing action now that we've upped the boost to 11 pounds.
Oh, I got a new tree down. Yeah. Back to second gear.
Now, if you're new to my channel and own a big fancy sport side-by-side like a Razor, a Talon, a Maverick X3, this Pioneer 500 ripping through the woods might not seem that impressive, but keep in mind, this is a Pioneer 500. It is by no means in stock form able to rip through the woods this fast. So the fact that I have the long travel suspension and now the turbo to help in acceleration through the woods enables the 500 to rip through the woods like this. That is a pretty impressive feat, if I do say so myself. And keep in mind, I am on 32-inch tires with no gear reduction whatsoever. So as you just saw, this little turbo lights fast. There's almost zero lag. I mean, it builds up to 11 pounds of boost like nothing, which is excellent for in the woods trail riding, because you hit the gas, the boost comes on, and it helps propel you, and there's almost zero lag to it, which is awesome. Of course, we'll get some official draggy times as well as a short course time in the not too distant future. So since installing the new upgraded turbo, I've probably put on somewhere between 50 and 100 miles, and I have had only one hiccup, a reoccurring hiccup, and that's actually with my boost controller. Again, it's a cheap Amazon boost controller, so sometimes when the boost comes on, it's not letting full boost come on for whatever reason. It's like the valve in there that actually regulates your boost pressure is opening when it shouldn't and causing my boost to bleed off. It's hit or miss, and sometimes it does it, sometimes it does not. But I bypassed that, didn't have a lick of issue, so I know that's what it is. But for trail riding, it doesn't affect me. It only affects it really if I'm super humping on it. So I'll probably end up upgrading that here before long. But other than that, zero issues with the new turbo. It is running great. And if you guys want to come check out the world's first turboed Pioneer 500, this year's P5 Jive is only a couple weeks away. Again, that is going to be the weekend of September 11th. We are riding Spearhead Trails. We'll be riding the Coal Canyon Trail system, I believe. So if you're able to make it out to that, please do so. If you want to check out Mighty Mouse live and in person, please do all you can to come out to that. With COVID numbers on the rise, I'm certainly hoping they're not going to shut down state borders like they did last year, but we will see. As long as that is not the case, I will be there. Turbo, Mighty Mouse will be there, and hopefully you guys can be there too. So again, I'm really excited. I've got all the issues pretty much straightened out with Mighty Mouse. I hope you guys are excited for Turbo Mighty Mouse, especially if you're thinking about turboing your Pioneer 500. So again, thanks for watching, everyone, and I appreciate your support. And until next time, keep on riding.